libraries, and then select workflow templates. As you can see, there are a number of workflows already included in Advantage, but you always have the option to edit, redesign, or delete any of the following workflows. You may also add a new workflow process if you wish. Now, exactly what is a workflow? A workflow documents the tasks required to complete a process or project. Let's double-click on one of these workflows and notice that it is made up of many individual tasks. Each task has been assigned an action person who is an employee in your firm that is responsible for the completion of the task. A task is also assigned a number of days out, meaning that after this workflow is assigned, the days out determines when the individual task is due. A days out of 0 means that the task is due on the day the workflow is assigned. Let's go to a different client profile, such as John and Emma Sample from the recent area. This client has been with the firm for quite some time, so there's a lot more information already filled out for the client. Notice we have designated John as the primary client with the green check mark next to his name. Also notice that the envelope icon down here in the address area has been moved to the address for the client's vacation home instead of the client's main home. The vacation home address, as you can see here, has been designated as the valid home address between July 1st and September 1st. And since today is July 23rd, the client is currently at their vacation home address. Advantage will automatically take care of switching their mailing, billing, and package addresses to the valid home address. It is important to enter the date range when the client will be at his or her vacation home. Also notice here under the communications area that we've attached some communication items such as phone, fax, cell numbers, email addresses, websites that relate to the various addresses for our sample client. Also from the client profile, there are some grayed out monetary fields here on the right, such as current net worth and managed assets. If we click on the Accounts tab, this is where you would enter a client's assets and liabilities. If you are managing some of their assets, you would go to the Account Details tab and select the Assets Under Management checkbox. Notice there are several other checkboxes that are available depending on how the account works. The Assets Under Management checkbox feeds this calculated value from the main client profile. The Current Net Worth field is the sum of all the accounts you've entered for a client, the assets minus the liabilities. Again, going back to the Accounts tab, any of these accounts may be updated through a portfolio management system that you use from the Import screen. You can see there is a long list of portfolio management systems that Advantage works with, and you may import any of them. If you search for the name of a portfolio management system within ProTrack Advantage Help, it will provide you with instructions on how to import and what can be imported. Even if a portfolio management system that you use is not listed here, if you can export from that system into an Excel spreadsheet, then you can do a generic import into Advantage. Let's also point out that Advantage has a nice little feature for calculating required minimum distribution that allows you to manage them. We will not be discussing this, but there is a tutorial available to you that may be downloaded from protracker.com. Let's look at the Firm tab now, where there is a list of services on the right that a firm provides to its clients. If you want to add a new service, click on the plus sign on the upper right corner and click on the associated checkboxes to include the service type in the list. If a service is not included in this pick list, you can edit the pick list by going to the Operations menu on the main menu bar, selecting the pick list option, and you can see that there are a number of pick lists that you can tailor to your own needs. Let's select the service type pick list. And notice that you can right-click and add a new service type or delete a service type. The idea here is to have this list reflect the services your firm provides. Going back to the client profile, and we will return to the Firm tab. Other information on this tab includes schedules of the performance reports and what frequency they are to be sent out. They are used to create mailing labels for all clients who get their performance report quarterly or annually or both. A firm contact is assigned to each client in the firm who is responsible for the client. If you have a larger firm and you want to assign a team of people, the Firm Associates area under the Firm tab is available to you. If you have a full-blown investment policy for a client, click on the Investment Policy tab, where you can keep track of the details and revisions of the investment policy. The Reviews tab is used to keep record of reviews that you've had for a client. Adding a review event will bring up the review dialog box and will allow you to enter a review type, a review date, and a high-level summary of what happened at the review. A review is an historical event. Consider how valuable it would be to be able to go back to 2003 and open up a review event and see what was discussed at that meeting. The Projects tab displays a list of projects stored for the client. Projects are comprised of project activities that are performed by multiple employees, which collectively support an overall firm objective. The Life Planning tab is where you may set goals and objectives with clients. You can set up a cash flow budget for your clients to see where they are spending their money. The Gifting tab can be used to enter gifts that wealthier clients are given to reduce their tax burden. On the Retirement tab, there is a retirement calculator where you can do what-if scenarios given a set of information on how long you are expected to live, when you expect to retire, and what your assets are. You can then preview the retirement chart that can be given to the client to show the client that when they reach the age 95, they will still have adequate resources at the current rate they are spending. The Estate tab is where you can record the information that you may have scanned and stored for a client in the document management system about the estate items for the client. The Insurance tab is where you keep insurance policy information for the client's insurance policies. Each insurance policy will have details that reflect more information about that policy. The Tax tab is especially useful if your firm prepares income taxes for your clients. You will certainly want to add a record for each tax return that provides summary information on their income. The Billing tab allows you to get an idea of the income you are receiving from your clients and what income is expected in the near future. Advantage allows you to import invoices from QuickBooks and Peachtree from the import options down here, or even a generic billing source. You can see that a wealth of information can be stored in ProTracker Advantage and that it can be used to help you manage your clients and your practice. This will conclude part 2 of the guided tour. For more information about ProTracker Advantage, contact us.